What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tune In Breakdown podcast, where I tune into the music and break down what it's all about. My name is Luke Tucker, and we're going to have a good show today. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Tune In Breakdown podcast. My name is Luke Tucker, and we're going to have a good one. Hope you all have had a good week so far. Mine has been pretty good. Of course, the week just started, but so far things have been going pretty smoothly, and I can't complain. This is episode 2, and today we're going to be covering the brand new single from artist Jake, and it's titled Pretty. Now, a little bit about Jake. It's spelled JVKE, but it's just pronounced Jake. A little bit about him. Real name Jacob Lawson. He went viral on TikTok in 2020 with his breakout track Upside Down, and it became incredibly viral. He would go on to produce several more hits, including the song Golden Hour, which became absolutely massive. It's garnered hundreds of millions of streams across all platforms. His debut album, This Is What Blank Feels Like, released in 2022, peaked at number 40 on the Billboard 200, with the lead single Golden Hour, as I mentioned earlier, peaking at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now, let's jump into the review. Jake has built a reputation for blending heartfelt lyricism with lush cinematic production, and Pretty is no exception. The track offers an intimate but universal reflection on beauty, love, and admiration, all wrapped up in his signature warm and nostalgic aesthetic. At its core, Pretty is a love song that thrives on its earnestness. The lyrics revolve around the idea of someone being effortlessly beautiful, not just in a superficial sense, but in the way that they carry themselves, the way they make Jake feel. He's not just talking about appearances, he's painting a picture of admiration that feels pure, unfiltered, and real. The beginning of verse 1, where he sings, "Pretty girl, you make everything feel alright. Pretty girl, pretty as the stars in the sky." He expresses how the presence of this person brings him comfort and peace. He compares her to the stars in the sky, which is it's a classic but effective metaphor, seeing her as something radial and almost celestial. With the next line, "The belt of Orion, the way we're aligning." This line I particularly really liked, with Orion's belt being one of the most recognizable constellations. It's often associated with alignment and order in space. And by referencing it, Jake suggests that their connection's not just beautiful, but also faded, almost like it's written in the stars. The song then shifts to a more emotional space. The idea of somebody being unaware of their own beauty is a common theme in love songs, but the phrase "breaks my soul" makes it feel more deeply personal. It's almost a sense of helplessness, with Jake seeing her beauty so clearly, yet her not being able to recognize it herself. The chorus says that "you're my pretty definition of beauty, and out of everything I've seen, nothing can compete with you." The chorus just reinforces the song's central message that she is incomparable. The phrase "out of everything I've seen" suggests that no matter how much beauty exists in this world, she will remain the most breathtaking side of his. It's a very soft and soaring melody. It makes it feel like an affectionate sigh, a moment of awe that's set to this musical backdrop. He goes on in verse 2 to say, "Yeah, the sun has good taste. He's peeking through the blinders just to get a glimpse of your face." This line particularly is very creative and charming. Instead of just saying that she's beautiful in the morning light, Jake personifies the sun as somebody who admires her beauty as well. The idea that even the sun, which is the ultimate source of light and warmth for this planet, wants to catch a glimpse of her reinforces how truly special he believes that she is. He follows up with, "And he traveled quite a ways, 90 million miles to see what I get to see every day." It's a scientifically accurate line with the sun, and it goes back with the previous line about the sun being 93 million miles away from Earth. It's poetic. The contrast between the sun's long journey and Jake's daily privilege of seeing this girl's beauty adds a layer of gratitude, in that he doesn't take her presence for granted. The following lines, "Darling, you're beautiful in every single way, and there's nothing I'd change. Hey, my love stays the same." These lines bring the verse to a heartfelt conclusion, with the phrase "nothing I'd change" being pretty significant, implying that his love is not just about physical beauty, but about who she is entirely as a person. He doesn't see her as needing any improvement or alteration, change. The reassurance is that his love remains constant, and it makes the sentiment even more powerful. Overall, what makes Pretty stands out lyrically is its sincerity. The lyrics aren't overly complex, but they don't need to be. Jake captures the feeling of being utterly captivated by somebody, not just for their outward appearance, but for who they are. The cosmic imagery with the stars, Orion's belt, the sun, elevates the song beyond just a simple compliment and makes it feel grand and intimate at the same time. There's also an underlying theme of self-worth. Jake isn't just praising this person, he's actively reminding her of her beauty, hoping she'll see in herself what he sees. This gives Pretty an emotional depth that resonates beyond romance. It's a song about recognition, admiration, and unwavering love. In short, Pretty isn't just a song about looking good. It's a song about being good, about being loved exactly as you are. Now, the production of Pretty is a perfect complement to its lyrics. It's soft, ethereal, and warm. The track is built on a bed of shimmering synths and delicate piano chords and melodies that create a dreamlike atmosphere. It's floaty, it's almost weightless quality. It makes the song feel like a love letter drifting through the air. One of the standout elements is the production of the drum pattern. It's very understated and it lets the melody take stage, but it provides a little gentle pulse that keeps the song moving forward. The use of reverb and ambient textures gives Pretty a almost nostalgic vintage feel, which aligns with Jake's signature style of making modern music sound timeless. Another noteworthy aspect is the vocal layering. Jake's voice is often doubled or harmonized in a way that feels intimate, as if he's whispering the lyrics directly into the listener's ear. There's a softness to his delivery that makes the song feel personal, almost like a private moment set to music. All of this builds until around the 2-minute mark, when all of the instruments meld together to form one big harmonic wall of beauty. Another aspect of this is the little looping guitar strumming throughout the entire duration of this song. It's very soft and, like the drums, kind of understated, but nonetheless, it is very beautiful. Overall, Pretty is a testament to Jake's ability to craft songs that feel both universal and deeply personal. The lyrics capture a simple but powerful sentiment, while the production wraps it all together in a lush cinematic soundscape. It's a song that doesn't need to be loud or flashy to make an impact. It thrives on its warmth, its sincerity, and the undeniable beauty of its simplicity. Overall, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. It's an absolutely beautiful song I would recommend anybody listen to. Now, some recommendations for y'all. I would recommend Golden Hour by Jake. It's his biggest hit yet. I think most people will recognize it, but all the same, I believe people should listen to it to get a good feel of what Jake is all about. I would also recommend Fallen by Forrest Frank. It's an underrated cut of his, and Forrest is a frequent collaborator with Jake. They've made countless very good songs together, and Fallen is a solo Forrest Frank track that I would recommend if you want a similar soundscape and lyrical content. And then finally, this is the most popular song on here and one of the most popular songs ever recorded, but Sunflower by Sway Lee and Post Malone. They both have very similar themes, somewhat similar sounds in its softness. I believe that that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast. You can find me on my website, tuneinbreakdown.weebly.com. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at tuneinbreakdown. You can find me over on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, under the name The Tune In Breakdown Podcast. Once again, thank you so much for tuning into this episode and letting me break down the music for you. I'm Luke Tucker, and have a good rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in with me. I'm Luke Tucker, and this has been a breakdown of the music. See you next time.